Now, if her objection is any indication of the current state of non-belief today, then that's not good. Yo, this is Jon McCray of 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗢𝗡 for crossexamine.org. As it currently stands, TikTok isn't really the go-to place for rigorous theology, but nonetheless, TikTok is a great place to hear objections to Christianity that the average person might have or find persuasive. On TikTok, you can discover countless trends that people are talking about, and more recently, there was a trend called Losing My Religion that featured hundreds of videos from several people giving reasons for why they no longer believe in their former faith. One video in particular features a young woman who's asking Christians to make sense of Christianity in this way. Take a listen to her objection.
Okay, so this losing my religion trend has got me on one. Y'all mean to tell me that these disciples in the Middle East were named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Nah, make it make sense. The
comments in the comment section of her video seem to support her criticism. Never even thought about it. Just goes to show how brainwashed we were. So true. Mind blown. Hilarious to think about, really. Crying, laughing emoji. Excellent point, LOL. Legit, for real. I never ever put that together. Thank you so much. I have never thought about that. In my 28 years, that has never once crossed my mind. Wait, this is so true, LMAO. Why have I never thought of this? Oh my ye. Now that makes sense. Now, as puzzling as this question might seem to some, the answer is actually pretty simple. The answer is simply that the Bible wasn't written in English, and instead those names were actually translated from the Hebrew. So when it comes to the names of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, those are just the English translations of the names, which is why a Spanish reader wouldn't understand them to be Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. They would understand them to be Mateos, Marcos, Lucas, y Juan. But even though her objection is pretty easy to answer, there's still two things about her objection that I think still should concern us. Now, if her objection is any indication of the current state of non-belief today, then that's not good. Statistics show that the average person doesn't understand the basic doctrines of the Christian faith, let alone that there's even evidence for Christianity. Unfortunately, a good number of people have left the Christian faith because they simply don't know that there is historical evidence for the facts of the Bible, and in turn, they've never considered the fact that the Gospels could be actual historical documents that describe events that actually happened. What most people don't realize is that there's plenty of evidence for the events in the Bible, such as the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, which helps to validate the truth of Christianity and the historicity of the Bible, which, by the way, is shown in hundreds of videos on this very channel. So the first thing that I could show is the current state of a lot of non-believers today, but secondly, and definitely more importantly, it's also an indication to the current state of the church today. If you notice, the trend that the woman is contributing to is called Losing My Religion, which implies that she probably used to go to church and has likely never heard a historical case of the Bible being made, since she seems to think that the authors of the gospel were just late American inventions of some sort. Engaging off of the comments on her video, it seems that the same is true for most of those commenters as well. Now, this isn't essentially a failure in their thinking, nearly as much as it's a failure in our ability to communicate the truth of the Bible to people who have a much more skeptical mind and need evidence to help carry them on in times of doubt. Even having resources like the Archaeological Bible can help to remind Christians that although Christianity is a beautiful story, the best thing about it is that it's a true story. Now, if you're interested in hearing me talk about more things that are going on in culture from a thoughtful Christian perspective, you can go ahead and check out my YouTube channel called 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗢𝗡. And for more exclusive content from myself and other apologists, make sure you subscribe to crossexamine.org below. All right, I'll see you guys next time.